Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Wicker. I'm a behavior consultant in Sydney, Australia, and you can look me up on stephaniewicker.com. And today I'm going to be talking about what to do when your child won't walk next to you. I received this question last week and I absolutely loved it, and I decided to turn it into hopefully a 5-minute audio recording of quick tips that you can do to keep your toddler close to you. So this is a real concern when you have, especially when you have more than one child and you're in a parking lot and you really need your toddler to walk next to you because you're currently holding the baby or you're trying to push the pram. Anyway, so how to keep your young child next to you so they don't get into danger, they don't get lost, and because you're really tired of chasing after them whenever you go to the shops, okay? All right, so let's look really quick at 3 tips. Tip number 1 is stop chasing them. That's the first thing that I want to tell you right now. If you know that your child tends to run away, then it's time to anticipate it and to act instead of reacting. So don't even give your child the opportunity to run away in the first place, because a couple things happen. The more often that your child runs away, the more practice they're getting running away. And as they say, practice makes perfect. And this is very true. The more often that your child runs, the better and better they get at running away. All right. So we just really want to nip it in the bud and stop them from getting all that practice doing what you don't want them to do. All right. The second thing is, as soon as they run away and you chase them, guess what? It just turned into a really fun game, and they're much more likely to do it again. All right. So the first thing you want to do is stop chasing them. All right. Now don't panic, because I do have an answer for you. It's not just stop chasing them and they run into traffic. Okay. All right. So number 2, what do you do when you stop chasing them? Well, you motivate them to stay with you. All right. So you beat them to the behavior. Don't even let them have the chance to run away, because you're going to motivate them instead. You can't control your children's behavior unless you want to carry them all around town, and unless you want to have a leash on them or put them in the trolley. You don't really have much of a choice. You need to teach them to basically control their own behaviors, to regulate those own big interests that they have and those own emotions that they have. All of those things, all by choosing the behavior that on their own that you want to see. All right, so how are you going to do that? By motivating them in the first place to stay next to you. So some great ways to motivate your child to stay with you. I love this. This is really fun. This is actually called conditioning, is what we're talking about today. But basically having something on you that is a highly preferred item. It could be a cookie, it could be M&Ms, it could be raisins if you're a little bit healthier. Food is always a good item because kids love food. Another thing you could do is have your iPhone with you, something that you know really interests them. Okay, so first have something that they like and have it in your pocket. Then as soon as you get to the shops, as soon as you get out of the car, start giving them access to it immediately as they're standing next to you waiting for you. I love how you're standing next to me. Here's an M&M. That was great, buddy. And then maybe 5 or 6 steps later, they're still next to you because guess what? They just had an M&M and they really liked it and they want another one. Wow, look at you walking next to me. Quick, give them another M&M, okay? I'll give them a little piece of a cookie, just a small bite, just enough to where they have a little bit and they're not full. As soon as they have too much, or as soon as they lose interest in what you have, then it all ends there, right? Then running away becomes much more motivating than staying with you. So you want to make sure that you're just giving them very small amounts. All right. The third tip is to start extending the duration between the motivational object, whatever that is that you've chosen, whether it's a few seconds on the phone, whether it's a fun game. Maybe you're singing a song. So every 3 or 4 seconds, you start singing a little tune, then you stop. 6 steps later, you sing the tune again. 10 steps later, you sing the tune again. So you can see that you're slowly extending that duration of time between that motivational activity. The reason you do this is so you can start to fade it out. So if you're giving your child an M&M every 30 seconds that they walk next to you, well, it's going to become really, really hard to get rid of it. And you know what happens? It turns into bribery. So we have to be very, very careful that we are fading out that reinforcement, that we are fading out whatever that item is that's keeping them there. And the reason that we fade it out is so it doesn't turn into a bribe and it becomes just a naturally learned behavior. This is incredibly effective for children under 3 and 4. Very, very good. I absolutely love this. So anyway, so give them M&M, make sure you fade it out every 30 steps or so, then every minute they get one. And like I said, over time, very gently, to eventually they'll just start to stay with you because they've just learned to do it. And it becomes a learned behavior really quickly. Because again, practice makes perfect. The more practice that they are getting walking next to you, the better they're going to be at it. So those are my quick tips for what to do when your child won't walk next to you.